my 4th trimester update. All right, so as you guys know, I had the baby December 20th at around 6 a.m. in the car. Okay, how that happened is beyond me, but it happened. And yes, I did the midwife's brew, so technically I induced my labor and went into the 4th trimester. Now, I am 32 years old and this is new to me. I already have 2 children, but it seems like I'm brand new. Anything that I thought I knew, I do not. And if I do know it, I forgot. So our first couple of days together was fairly tough. I thought I was leaving the hospital to get rest. That did not happen. It is so hard to go to sleep when the baby sleeps. Everyone says it, but it is so hard to do. Your body is already set to a schedule. Then when the baby cluster feeds at night, between, I'll say 10 and 7 in the morning, it's hard. Do you hear me? Hard. I have been delirious so many nights. My baby is now 3 weeks old, little Morgan Ella. And these past 3 days, she's been doing a little better. Last night we had like a little fiasco, but it didn't last too long. And she didn't really stay up between 7 and 10 like she was doing these other 2 nights. And I didn't give her bedtime bath to wind her down. That is real. Like when they say wind the baby down, set a routine, you definitely want to do so. Do not stray from that routine. Have a routine, a nighttime routine, so that the baby can wind down, soothe itself. And I'm gonna try some essential calming lavender oils tonight to see if that helps too. Right now she's up, she's feeding. I'm gonna try to keep her up until it's go time for her to actually go to sleep. So around 10:30 is a good time for her to go to sleep. She'll normally sleep until maybe 1, if not 1. One day she slept until 3, which was good for me. I'll have to wake her up at that point. As long as she do her longer stretches at night, I'm fine. But I'm just getting on that schedule now because she had me up all night and sleeping in the morning. So before she have me up until about maybe 6 at the earliest, or where I can actually get a longer stretch of sleep, and not until 6 in the morning, and then we'll sleep until like 11 or 10, and then we'll sleep again. You know, feed, sleep, but the longer stretches will be in the morning. So I was used to going back to sleep. Then my oldest daughter came back, my youngest daughter came home from her winter break. So now we have to wake up at 6:30, eat, take her to school, come back, and then try to get our long stretch of sleep in. It's not really happening that way, but I'm just glad that she's sleeping through the night a little better, because the first 2 weeks was hell. And I don't know what kicked into her, but this nighttime routine is doing us justice. Okay, so first week, of course, I wasn't getting any sleep. We left the hospital. It was horrible. Second week, her umbilical cord came off prematurely. Her diaper was just pushing up against it every time she kicked or moved or anything. It kept pushing until it like dislodged it. Then it finally fell off prematurely again because it wasn't healed up under it just yet. So I had to clean it, and I kind of like pinched it together and kept it wrapped up so it can, it was like a breathable gauze or whatever that went around her belly so that we didn't have to use tape or anything. That worked for maybe 2 days. And after that, the navel was starting to heal to where it wouldn't open back up from where I pinched it at. And we just kept keeping it clean and dry. But I did freak out initially because that had never happened to me before. Yeah, so this is a lot of firsts with my third baby, a lot of them. Let's see what else happened. is like really gassy, so I am going to start changing my diet. And she has a little congestion. It's normally, I think it's because the house is so dry and it has been colder lately here in Texas, so we have our heat on, and it just doesn't, it's like really dry, and it's just like stuffy, and we're normally in the room, so I ordered a humidifier. I'll let you guys know how that works out for us. But I do put like saline drops in her nose and just suck it out, suck her nose out. But you know, through the day she does sleep a lot, so she does get a little congested again, but I only do it once a day. I don't want to overdo it. They say you can do it maybe 6 times a day, then something like that, but I would rather not. It can dry her nose out even more. And she doesn't like getting her nose clean anyway. I suck it out with the little bulb, and then I also use Q-tips. If I can see her boogers, her nostrils are pretty open, so if I can see the boogers, I'll just use a wet Q-tip. We'll put some water on it or whatever and just get the booger out or whatnot. But the congestion is mostly in her throat, because she has like mucus coming up, and it could be just the mucus from when she was born anyway. But babies tend to swallow anything that they grow up, so you can't get it unless she projects it out. She doesn't do that often, but she has done it twice. When I was cleaning her nose, she was upset, choked, I guess, because the saline drops went in, and it kind of like, I guess, aggravated the mucus in her throat. So she threw up, and it came out of her throat, her mouth and her nose. It was a disaster, but I was just like, I just stayed calm and sucked it all out. But as far as mom, I'm not getting much sleep. My stomach, I don't know if you can see it, has gone down tremendously. It's been like this ever since I had her, really. I've been trying to, I'm gonna buy like a wrap or something to like do the, to, you know, just hold it down, or what they call waist train, to waist train again. A lot of people say breastfeeding helps with getting your body back or whatnot. I wasn't a big person to begin with, so I think my highest weight during my pregnancy was 159, and I started out at 138 if I'm not mistaken. So hopefully I can get lower than that. We'll see. But don't go on a diet when you're breastfeeding. Eat. You need all of the carbs and fatty tissue and or whatever the case you can get for the baby's sake. Continue to take your prenatals. The baby do take vitamin D supplements also, so that's that. As I did have a 2nd-degree tear. I'm not sure if I told you guys, but I did have a 2nd-degree tear with this 3rd baby, and I just used the spray bottle. I'm not bleeding heavy now anymore, but I'm spotting every now and again. I did clear up like the first 3 days. After the first 3 days, it had cleared up a little bit, and then like maybe the 5th day it came back. So it has been on and off. So I'm just waiting until the bleeding is completely gone. But I'm not in any pain anymore. The stitches seem to be gone. It's not sore down there or anything anymore. I didn't get any infections, thank goodness. But I just used the water bottle that they provide you at the hospital, and this spray does wonders. And yes, I have hemorrhoids, so the Tux does wonders too. But yes, as far as that, I'm just trying to sleep when the baby sleeps. Again, it's hard to do. It's very hard to do. And right now, I guess we're in our 3rd week, going into the 4th week. So my body is really just exhausted. So I crash. I have taken a nap during the day, maybe 3 or 4 times lately, only because like I just can't keep my eyes open anymore. That is my update though. I just wanted to let you guys in. We haven't really been going anywhere. COVID is really high lately since the holiday season, so we haven't had any visitors. Her dad got COVID, and we just really haven't really been going anywhere at all. I really need to, because you see these eyebrows. No thank you. But I'll let you see the baby, and that's it. If you have any questions, definitely comment. But hit that like button and subscribe. Thank you.